Lee here with Creative Life Studios, and today's DIY project is something that I think a lot of you will enjoy. If you do any kind of Bible journaling, you know that most of the Bibles are kind of boring, like the outsides, they're black or brown and that kind of stuff. So today I'm going to show you how to take some vinyl and personalize your Bibles so they are just a little more fun. And actually it's kind of nice because they're a little more protected, because with the vinyl, they're easier to clean off because a lot of mine have paint and stuff on them. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Today I want to show you a super easy way that you can take your journaling Bible that usually, you know, it's kind of a boring brown or black or whatever, and turn it into a beautiful cover that more suits your fun-loving personality and stuff. So to do this project, you're going to need, of course, your journaling Bible. And then I'm going to be using some vinyl that's been printed, and then some that's solid, just to kind of make that spine. Now here's the thing, you could do this with a full long sheet of vinyl, but I find this is so much easier to work with in smaller pieces than trying to maneuver in that really big piece. And actually I found this is a 12 by 12 piece that I just cut in half to 12 by 6. I actually found it on clearance at Hobby Lobby for only 49 cents. So winning. The one that's on the other Bible is the same way. So we're going to do this super, super easy. So here is my Bible. And what you're going to need also is a good pair of scissors. Like, these are my Westcott Cabo Titanium. I absolutely love them. They cut like butter. And then something to use to kind of scrape. So an old card, you know, just something like you would use for scraping. And this is an old, obviously, Domino's little thing. And here's how way I recommend doing it. If someone has a better way, I would love to hear about it in the comments. That would be awesome. But I like just undoing one side instead of taking the entire backing off and then running the risk of it sticking back on itself. You know, that whole saran wrap thing where it sticks to itself and it doesn't want to come off. Nobody wants that. So I'm just going to undo just this corner, or this edge here. I'm going to get it to flip. Perfect. And then, I'm going to move this a little closer to me. I am just going to leave this kind of flipped back. And then I'm just going to line it. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because I want to have some leftover back at this way to be able to flip around. And that's another reason to have that other green piece. So we're just going to line it up the best we can. The good thing about this pattern is it doesn't matter if it's perfectly straight because it's flowers. And then to get those air bubbles out, we're just going to take our scraper, and as we scrape, you can kind of see I've got this back of the backing right here, and I'm just going to lightly keep getting those air bubbles, and every now and then you might catch one. And I'm going to kind of squeeze that little guy out. Perfect. And I got an air bubble right there in the middle. So before it has time to kind of set, I'm going to peel it back just a little bit, just to get where I can get to where I can release that air bubble. There we go. That's why this little tool, or whatever you use to scrape out those air bubbles, is so important. Alright. And so you can kind of see what it's going to look like a little bit. So then I'm going to open to the inside. And there's a couple ways you can do the corners. It's kind of just your preference. I'm just going to cut this little notch out on both sides. Cut this little notch out. Get rid of that little guy. And then I'm going to start by folding in my smallest side. Get that folded in there really good. And if you want a good seal, go back in kind of with your, whatever you're using as a scraper. Okay. I'm going to kind of push that corner in just a little bit so it's a little flatter. And then I'm just going to fold in this side. So here's where you can make the decision of whether you want to also put a piece of something right there on the inside. I haven't yet on my other Bible because I haven't decided what I want it to be yet. You can kind of see I'm pushing that corner in just a little bit so it's not so pokey out. And it'll kind of go up underneath this piece a little bit better. There we go. Alright, so you can see there is the front cover, and it actually isn't too bad with just that. You can see it got paint all over it. Alright, so here's the only snafu we're going to have with this Bible that's different from my other one, is we've got this little guy. So, I'm trying to figure out how to do that. So what I'll probably have to do is cut a couple little slits for that to kind of pop through. So let's give that a try. Forgot about that one on this one. My other one doesn't have one. Alright, so let's try this. And we're going to kind of do this again. Okay. Yeah, so this 12 by 12 piece of vinyl, super pretty. Was only 49 cents. So I was like, hey, let's try this technique with that. That would be fun. Let's get that back and kind of give you an idea. So let's turn this back. And then you can kind of see I'm just going to fold back that back piece. And gonna line it up. Just kind of eyeball it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Because remember, we're going to cover that spine up with that green piece here in just a minute. And I'm just going to pull and scrape along as I go. So pull and scrape until we get close to that little bungee cord that's back here on the back of this one. And when we get there, we're going to stop our little squeegee thing here just for a minute. And I'm going to trim this off so that we can play with this for just a second. Perfect. Right. So we get kind of an idea of where that bungee is going to hit. Let's see. It's going to hit right there. It's going to hit right there. So I think, hope this works out, people. I think I can just do a slit right there, and a slit right there, and just kind of smooth that out whenever we, and this should, in a perfect world, let's hope this works. We're going to go ahead and flip this up through here and go back to removing this, and I think we'll just remove this as three different little pieces. So let's go ahead and remove this one. We're gonna snip that guy off. Boom. There we go. And then we gotta get this middle piece off. So this one takes a little bit more nailing than the other ones. Make sure we have our, there we go. So you can kind of see I've got it poking through there. And then we're gonna do our little scrapey technique to get this nice and flat. And then we'll adjust our holes here in just a second if we need to. This one seems to actually be working pretty good. So I'm just pressing it down to get that vinyl flat. And I'm going to go in here and do a little bit of surgery, just a smidge. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'm really just going to use an X-Acto knife just to remove just a little sliver so that bungee kind of lays a little bit better. Really very, very small piece. There we go. And it gives that bungee a better way to kind of lay flat right there. And we'll do the same thing on this side once we get this off. Okay. I got it stuck. There we go. So get our bungee going back over here where it belongs. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my X-Acto knife. Just take a little bitty sliver out of the vinyl. There we go. Gives our bungee a little bit easier place to lay right there. Alright, now we're going to do our inside the same way we did the other one. So we're just going to open it. Cut our corners a bit. Right, we're going to take that small side in again first. And I'm turn that a little bit too far, so I'm just going to trim a little smidge off again there. I'm just going to bring it down. Oop, missed something. There we go. Yep, pull that in here. There we go. So you can see we've got the front and the back done. And you could leave it like that if you weren't like me and didn't have paint all over it. But we're going to go ahead and add this green piece real quick. So again, it's just 6 by 12, so it's the same sizes as the other ones. So this one, I am going to do just a little bit different in that. Actually, no, I am going to do it. So we're going to do it the exact same way. What I actually like to do, and hopefully this will work for you to see on camera, is I like to hold it up and lay it on top just to kind of get an idea of where the best way to line this up, like which part of the flower, so that I end up with an even amount of green on both sides. And this one I did go ahead and just take it all the way off because you need to manhandle it a little bit more than the other way. So we're just going to attach that. Again, do our scrapey just to make sure we're not getting any air bubbles. And this is where using your hand kind of comes in because you want to get it nice and in the little grooves. And we're going to pick it up, lay it over, using your hands to kind of press out, or your scrapey tool. You can see this vinyl hugs really, really easy to our cover. And do the same thing on your back. Alright, to finish it up, super, super easy. We're just going to take and trim off the excess. We're going to leave a little bit on there so that we can tuck it. It doesn't have to be pretty because it's going to go on the inside anyway. Like that. And then we are going to, I don't know if you can see this, just add a snip on the corner and a snip on this corner of the vinyl. We're going to open our book up and we're just going to fold this green piece down and then do the exact same thing in the front. Fold that green piece down. And the piece that is sticking up we don't really need, so we're just going to trim it close to the edge of our Bible. Trying to be careful not to actually cut the actual book. There we go. And so you end up with a really nice, crisp, clean edge. And then we're just going to do the exact same thing at the bottom real quick. Open. Fold. I put a crease in that one, but that's okay. And again, easiest way to kind of look at it in this way and trim it. Push it down so it sticks really, really well. And there you go. You have taken Cut Bible from Boring Brown. Here's the other one. Super easy, doesn't take too long, not too expensive. So leave me a comment and let me know if you like this tutorial and if you'd like more like it. And if you decide to do this technique for yourself, feel free, and I would love to have you tag me either on Instagram or Facebook. Both are the Creative Life Studios. And I look forward to hearing back from you guys. Have a great day.